Episode 6 of Pokemon Aim to be a Pokemon Master just finished airing at long last. The episode was all about Ash and Pikachu trying to find each other again after getting lost, which is an episode we've seen a ton of times before. But did it go above and beyond this time since it's one of the final episodes? Or was it a little bit mediocre? There's only one way to find out, and that's to recap and review the episode in this video. As always, I make these reviews based on the original Japanese episode airing without subtitles, so because of that there may be some small inaccuracies here and there, but make sure to watch the episode yourself when subtitles release later today. Also, be sure to smash the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you enjoy hearing my thoughts. I make these recap review videos every single week without fail about Ash Ketchum's final episodes and about the Scarlet and Violet anime in April, so it'd really mean a lot to me if you helped us get closer to 120,000 subscribers. Now let's dive into the recap. The episode begins with Ash and Pikachu chilling in a field when Team Rocket catches them in a big Meowth robot. Ash then quickly sends out Snivy, who uses Leaf Storm to cut them free, but Pikachu gets caught in the net and then the robot explodes, sending Pikachu blasting off with Team Rocket. Pikachu and Meowth land in a river and get chased by an angry Gyarados. You know, Pikachu, you could probably just one-shot that Gyarados, right? But anyway, the two of them escape the river and Meowth pretends to be friendly while secretly plotting to capture Pikachu, and then meanwhile, Ash, Misty and Brock are trying to find Pikachu while Pikachu and Meowth are trying to get Oran Berries. However, Meowth accidentally throws a rock at a Spearow which attacks them, and then Pikachu's Thunderbolt causes an entire flock of Spearow to appear chasing them away. They hide from the flock of Spearow in a cave, but the Spearow's attack makes Ash's hat fly away in the distance. Ash soon after encounters those same Spearow, and the Spearow begin attacking them. Meanwhile, Pikachu climbs up the cave trying to find Ash's hat. They head outside of the top of the cave and see a Caterpie who tells them the hat flew that way, and then Caterpie begins leading them towards the hat, but Caterpie is hilariously slow. Meanwhile, Ash, Misty and Brock wake up beside the injured Spearow that Meowth threw a rock at, and while Ash holds Spearow in place, comforting it, Brock uses his doctor knowledge to cover Spearow's vision to calm it down, and then treats it with potions. Then a Rattata tries to steal Ash's food, but rather than Ash being angry or annoyed about it, he instead thinks about how he used to feed Pikachu cheese, so he decides to offer Rattata the cheese without getting annoyed. Rattata is super happy and climbs on Ash's shoulder, and then Rattata launches ahead trying to help them find Pikachu while Spearow joins in too. Ash has two new little buddies, and of course Jessie and James are following them too, plotting to reunite with Meowth and capture Pikachu. Pikachu, Meowth and Caterpie continue travelling, with Caterpie flying them around like Spider-Man. That was so cute, dude. They later see Ash's hat on top of a huge tree and Pikachu grabs it, but then Meowth sneezes, waking up a swarm of Venipede, and of course the Venipede begin chasing them all angrily. Meanwhile, Rattata continues leading the others in Pikachu's direction, and a short while later Ash and the others get surrounded by those same Venipede, but luckily Rattata, Spearow and Spearow's flock come to the rescue, distracting the Venipede swarm while Ash, Misty and Brock dash away. That night, Meowth is super unwell because he was poisoned by the Venipede, and Pikachu remembers how Ash used to heal his poison in the past with Pecha Berries, so Pikachu befriends an Oddish who gets them a Pecha Berry, and of course, Meowth eats the Pecha Berry feeling much better. Pikachu then looks up at the moon, imagining Ash in the moon. Pikachu sadly and emotionally and heartbreakingly hugs Ash's hat, missing him greatly, while Caterpie comforts him. And Ash, where he is, looks up at the same moon too, thinking of Pikachu. Sad music begins to play, specifically the Pikachu's Goodbye music from the original series, as Ash and Pikachu both look up to the same moon, thinking about each other and thinking about how they're connected, and feeling like they're both looking at the same moon, which they are obviously. And then, dude, this bit tore my heart apart. Both Ash and Pikachu begin thinking about all of their past experiences, their past memories shining on the moon. They see how they met, and they see parts of their Kanto journey, and they see parts of their Johto journey, and they see parts of their Hoenn journey, and they see parts of their Sinnoh journey, and then they see parts of their Unova journey, and parts of their Kalos journey, and then parts of their Alola journey, and then they both see them winning the Masters 8. And dude, when I tell you this entire sequence gave me tears in my eyes, I'm not even exaggerating. Ash and Pikachu staring at the moon and thinking about each other, and their hearts being connected as they think back to all of their experiences and their memories. Man, this truly is the end, isn't it? This is the end of Ash and Pikachu. We're really celebrating the history of the anime and all of their past memories. Man, this was too emotional, dude. The next day, both Ash and Pikachu split open a berry at the exact same time, and suddenly it makes them feel each other's presence. They both leap up and begin dashing in the same direction, calling out to each other, because at that exact moment when they split the berry open, they both felt each other. They both felt where each other are. So they both launch towards each other and meet each other mid-air and hug each other, with Pikachu using Thunderbolt happily. But then they realise they're mid-air and they fall off a cliff. And that's the end of Ash and Pikachu's story. So, what did I think of the end of Ash and Pikachu? I'm just kidding, Latias then suddenly launches beneath them from out of nowhere and catches them, landing them both safely on the ground before flying away. But because Latias was invisible, Ash doesn't know that it was Latias. Either way, it's amazing to see that Latias is getting more involved in the story. Team Rocket then return for Meowth, and I think because Pikachu helped Meowth out, they choose to fly away without trying to capture Pikachu, which is a nice little character growth moment. And then Ash and Pikachu hug each other happily with a huge smile on their faces. But that is not where the episode ended, because then we got a little preview of the Scarlet and Violet anime, showing us Roy in a bunch of different poses, and showing us Roy's concept art, and emphasizing that he has a mysterious, old-fashioned Pokeball of some kind. So Liko has this futuristic pendant, while Roy has this old-fashioned Pokeball? I wonder what themes they're trying to hint at here. And apparently it also says that Roy is from Kanto, which is really interesting. If Roy is from Kanto, then surely he's got to know about Ash Ketchum. But either way, I love his character design and I can't wait to see more of him. So, what did I think of this episode overall? Look, overall, we've seen a ton of episodes just like this one. Pikachu getting lost and then Ash and Pikachu trying to find each other. But this episode stood out above all of the past ones for 3 amazing reasons. Number 1, the amount of callbacks to Ash and Pikachu's beginning of their journey was amazing. You know, getting chased by a flock of Spearow, getting your food stolen by a Rattata. Both of those things happened in episode 1 of the anime. Looking up at the moon with a Caterpie, that happened in like episode 3 or 4 or whatever it was. It was all just so sweet, dude. But I love how the episode showed the growth of Ash. Rather than fleeing or being scared of the Spearow or the Rattata, you know, the 2 Pokemon that caused him trouble on the first day of his journey, this time he reached out to them and befriended them. It really shows how much closer Ash is now to becoming a Pokemon master. Such a full circle moment, dude. Plus, Caterpie is one of my favorite Pokemon ever, so seeing it in the spotlight here made my entire week, no joke. It was so cute, dude. And then the second reason that this episode stood out to me is because of the moon scene. Both Ash and Pikachu looking up at the same moon and thinking of each other was such a wonderful, perfect way to show that both of their hearts are connected even when they're apart from each other. The way they both looked up and saw each other and saw all of their memories and all of the moments throughout their journey, it was just perfect, dude. Had me proper tearing up, for real. And I bet it had a lot of you feeling the same way too. I bet it had everyone feeling that way, man. Like, seriously, seeing all of their memories, all of our favorite episodes, hearing the Pikachu's goodbye song, and seeing that all of that, all of the memories are what Ash and Pikachu think of when they think of each other. It was so incredibly touching. It had so much heart, and it really did drill in the fact that this is the end of Ash and Pikachu. It gave us the opportunity to look back at their journey and to look at their bond for one final time before we now face the ending. That's insane, dude, and that alone makes me want to cry. And finally, following on from that, the third reason that this episode was so special is because of how Ash and Pikachu reunited. They both felt each other's presence, they felt each other's location. When they became in sync and did the same action, they immediately knew where each other were. Isn't that giving Bond phenomenon? I'm just saying. But either way, this was the most perfect way of displaying Ash and Pikachu's bond, the strength of their partnership, in the entire world. And look, maybe I'm overthinking this, but I don't think I am. It's really interesting that the action that made them feel each other, the action that made them in sync, the action that made them feel each other's presence, was when they both split the berry into 2. Because throughout the entire 25-year anime, Ash and Pikachu would always half their food for each other. Whenever they had a berry, they would split it in half so each of them could eat. So the way that they split the berry in half at the same time, the way that that was when they realized where their other half was. You know, Pikachu is Ash's other half, and Ash is Pikachu's other half. It was just so special and so well thought through. Such a perfect moment for them to feel each other's presence. What a way to show off their bond, man. It was also a lot of fun seeing Pikachu and Meowth bonding throughout the journey, with Meowth deciding not to capture or attack Pikachu in the end, seemingly because Pikachu helped him and healed him. I really love Pikachu and Meowth's friendship and rivalry, so seeing it this one last time made me really happy. Of course, more important things definitely could have happened in the episode. Maybe we could have seen a couple more of Ash's old Pokemon here and there, but in my opinion, this was absolutely a much better use of an episode than some of the the other episodes we've had. It really did feel like it was preparing us for the end, and I can't ask for anything more than Ash and Pikachu's bond being at the center of an episode in Ash and Pikachu's final series. Their bond is the most important thing in this entire show, so it deserves to have the spotlight in this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the episode. Did you love all the callbacks and the flashbacks, and did it make you emotional? It certainly did for me. Or on the other hand, did you not really care for the episode? Let me know below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed my review. It would really mean a lot, especially because we're on the journey to 120,000 subscribers. So be sure to smash the button, join our community Discord server, and follow me on Twitch and Twitter using the links in the video description and the pinned comment. And I think that's gotta be everything. So thank you all so much for watching, and best wishes until we meet again.